Welcome to the digital demo of Simply Focused, which is a software that essentially powers the back and the front end of your website. This was designed by a financial institution for financial institutions. And throughout this demo, which will be broken up into three parts, I'll be sharing with you a number of the features of Simply Focused and some of its different characteristics. Certainly, this is the place to go where you can find the majority information about Simply Focused. It is simply simplyfocused.com. And you'll notice that it's a comprehensive software suite that is designed to improve the user experience, the employee experience, and ultimately, and most importantly, to fill your sales funnel. These are the different elements of Simply Focused that I'll be sharing with you today. And we won't go into all of them. Just know that there are lots of additional options and plugins that we can exercise and use if you are a financial institution looking to expand some of your digital presence, your mobile presence, or to expand your ability to attract leads. Specifically today, what I'm going to share with you is our product called Lead Manager, where I'll show you the process through which the leads come into the front end of your website. I will show you the digital branch, which is basically the back end of the website, and then Branch Manager, which is how we manage the content on the site. It would be, could be known as a content management system. So with that, let me show you first how the digital branch works. And again, this is the front end of your particular website. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the site that this software was pioneered on, it was beta tested, and ultimately was perfected on, and that is Community Choice Credit Union, which was the parent credit union organization that started the QSO, the Credit Union Service Organization, that ultimately started as a marketing QSO and ended up being more of a software QSO. We still do some marketing work, but this software product is really our baby and where we're focusing a lot of our time and energy. So this is the front end of Community Choice's website, and we like to think of it as the largest branch. It is our digital branch. And the reason that it's our largest branch is when building the software, we realized that we had about 200,000 unique visitors to our website every single month. And about 50,000 of those visitors were unique, meaning they were first-time visitors to our website. Can you imagine having 50,000 new or potential members walk through your branches every single month? You'd have to scale up for that kind of volume, and most credit unions just candidly don't have the assets to do that. Well, with Community Choice, when we realized that 50,000 new and prospective members were walking through our doors, so to speak, our door being our website, we had to find a way to actually capture those leads, and this product, Simply Focused, was born. What you'll notice about our site, it looks very similar to many credit union sites, although a few things to note are things like it's very graphics heavy. You'll notice we don't have a lot of text, whereas some credit union websites might be really focused on text, a lot of information shared on that home site. It almost becomes the menu for everything that financial institution does. And on Community Choice's site, what you'll notice is lots of text and lots of graphics, and every graphic that you see is an advertisement for a product or a service that's offered through the financial institution. So you'll notice here we have a home equity line ad. On the slider bar, we have move your car loan to Community Choice. There's no cost to move, obviously 0 payments for 3 months. The move your car loan language was actually the most highly tested, and what we saw the most results from was that language of move your car loan, not refinance your car loan. We have the anything loan, which is another little vernacular change that Community Choice uses. We have an anything loan. It's technically a signature loan, but they're called anything loans, home style loans, and lifestyle loans. That is, again, is another ad for that product. And then apply for a mortgage in less time than it takes to reheat a burrito. You'll find that a lot of our ads are somewhat kitschy. They're very interesting and unique, visually appealing. Our goal here was to compete with the Rocket Mortgages of the world. It doesn't take a long time to apply for a mortgage through our system, which was one of the selling points that we use to other FIs that have partnered with us. Think of this as a combination of Rocket Mortgage on the front end and Salesforce Lite on the back end. And then obviously that home equity line ad. So we have 4 ads. These are our slider bars. I'll show you how easy it is to change those in a moment. And then also down below the fold, 3 more ads, credit cards and anything loan. And then unbanking is unlimited. You can boost your credit, asking for a credit limit increase right there. And then the other things you'll see on our site are very simply, you can join our email club. Some people will say, well, why would you have an email club? And the reason we do that is we run contests frequently. Our contests might show up in this space up here. And in those contests, we're asking for your email address to win free concert tickets, free football tickets, etc. Our mailing list becomes the promotional list that we send for credit card offers or for car loan refinance offers. We currently have about 30,000 more emails than we have members, and not a lot of credit unions can say that. So we believe that in large part it was due to this sort of unique feature on the website or on our digital branch. Now let me show you the functionality of this, because you may be looking at this and saying, well, this is fine, but it looks like every other financial institution site. You would be wrong, but you might be thinking that. Let me show you how it works. You'll notice we have 4 drop-down menus up here. We have Unbank, which is to become a member of our credit union. We call it unbanking. Each one of the drop-downs also has an ad associated with it. So on Borrow, we have Move Your Car Loan. For Plan, which is about money markets, IRAs, health savings, etc., you can get a CD. And then on Learn, you can take a pay break on your monthly payments. But we have calculators, schedule of fees, all these other things that are possible that you would normally see on a financial institution's homepage. We just bury that under the Learn drop-down menu. And then last but not least, we have the Login button. Now, what you'll notice that's different on our site, our digital branch versus other digital branches, is that the login for online banking is behind a link. And the reason we do that is this right here that you see in the middle is really valuable real estate. And if you automatically have your login up here at the top or in the right-hand corner, and there's no need to click through anything, you're basically eliminating the need for anyone to look at what this valuable real estate is right here. And so what we did is much like putting milk in the very far back corner of a grocery store, we have people click through that login to get to their member access point. Not a big deal, and it's somewhat subtle, but the reason we do that is we can also put an ad right here up at the top above this blue line, which we'll do here in the very near future. But it gives the opportunity to have at least a second or two of advertising space right here for those members or would-be members. Now let's assume that I come here and I say, you know what? I'm interested in borrowing from you guys. And I go to the Borrow tab and I decide I'm going after a vehicle loan. And in fact, I want to move my car loan and I want 0 payments for 3 months. I'm going to press that button and you'll notice that within 1 click, this is our friend Greg, he's in the marketing department. You can see him riding this kid car, riding on a rainbow. We have a lot of fun in our office. But we get to a 1-step. Now notice I was 1 click away from actually beginning this application. So repurchase or refinance, I can move your car loan for free. Now, by the way, it probably doesn't cost anything to refinance at other financial institutions. But here we make it a point to say it's free here. You don't have to pay anything. And then you can either have 0 payments for 3 months. You can apply online in less than a minute, do everything without stepping foot in a branch. You can even lower your current monthly payment. So I say, cool, I'm interested in this. I'm going to put my name in. My name is Tess Testerson. What is most important is I want to skip 3 months of payments because I have some bills coming up from the holidays, let's say. And I'm going to put my information in here. And I'm Adam Carroll at simplyfocus.com. And I click Next. Now here's what you've done. Right away, I could bail on this. And what you may not know is 75% or greater of the transactions that happen online are abandoned. Meaning if you go to Amazon and you pulled Amazon stats, 75% of the people that go to Amazon probably bail before they ever clear out their shopping cart or pay for what they've bought. So at this point, I could bail on this transaction, but what you would have captured is you would have captured my email address and you would have captured what I'm interested in. That's really important to know, and we'll come back to that here in a minute. Then we see excellent test. Let's see what we can do. All of this content right here can be customized. You'll notice that the language that we use is somewhat unique to our marketing department's way of speaking to our members or prospective members. Then it asks, how much do you need? Well, I need $26,750 because I've already done some of my shopping on this car. Whoops, I did not need to put in the digits. $26,750. I have good credit, not really sure, haven't checked it in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's good. And I'm looking to purchase a new car. Then it asks, are you a member of your credit union? Now, in this case, I'm going to say yes. If I said no, it's going to ask for a little bit of information: address, city, state, and zip. Notice I asked for date of birth and social security number, but it's not required. We find that asking for more information, such as social security number, you may have a higher bail rate. So we don't ask for that. We get a number of people who plug it in there because they want to know right away. But I'm going to say yes. I'm going to put my phone number in here. And I'm going to say, already picked out the car, just need an approval. Okay? Then I'm going to agree to the terms and conditions. I'm going to do is submit the application. I've done all that in less than a minute. It says, hey, you're done. Feels good, doesn't it? And a representative from our crack team of highly trained unbankers will be in touch with you shortly. Until then, just sit back and bask in the glow of a smart financial decision you just made. But wait, before you go, we want to tell you about our current credit card offer. Now, what they say here is that if you're carrying a high interest credit card, you can transfer your balance to us. We'll never charge you a balance transfer fee. That's a pretty good deal. And I happen to have, let's say, $6,000 on my credit card at 19% interest. Yeah, I definitely want to switch. I'm interested. All right, we passed on to your loan officer. That's it. When we said it was easy, we weren't kidding. Now we close. Now at this point, I want to show you a few other things about this system. If I'm a prospective member and I've done this, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait for someone to call me, and we'll show you how easy that is in the back end of the website, what we call Lead Manager. What I want to make perfectly clear to you is some of the things that make this service interesting and unique. Through Simply Focus, we've made all applications one click away. So if I said I wanted an anything loan, show me what that is. I do one click and automatically I'm on the application page. I fill that out in less than a minute. It automatically goes to an unbanker and I wait for them to call me. This is how Community Choice Credit Union will end up securing somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 leads per month on various products and services that we offer. Now, this is an enormous change for most credit unions and other financial institutions. Think about this. Most credit unions are only tracking their completed loan applications. And when they track their completed loan applications, this is what they're looking at. If I go to borrow and I go to mortgage loans, now again, it takes less time to fill out our app than it takes to reheat a burrito. But if I have 15 or 20 minutes and want to complete a full application, I can use the full application. This is where most credit unions fall down. They're using this full application as their primary application. Now you'll notice that when I go to this full application, it takes me to Mortgage Web Center, which is a third-party vendor. The branding is a little bit different for us, only because we rarely ever use this. And what's going to happen is I'm going to start a new application, and then I'm going to click here for identification because maybe you need to know about me and if I'm a member. But when I click on this next button, it's going to take me into the full app. Now, if I'm a millennial or if I'm someone at work and I don't have time to fill this thing completely out, I'm going to bail, and we would call that an abandon. This is where most credit unions are falling down. They don't even track their abandon rates. They're assuming that everyone who goes into their full loan app is completing their full loan app, which could not be farther from the truth. So what we do is we make it super simple. I'm going to go back to the original. We make it super simple to fill out a very quick loan app and get on to the next process. So this is what we call the digital branch. Again, this is the front of it. We have lots of different designs and options that we can help people create. Each one of these is easily modifiable, which I'll show you here in a moment. And then we'll move on to the last piece, which is branch manager. So this is the front end. It's called digital branch. I'm now going to go into the second video, which is called lead manager. Stay tuned.